Well, there you go, guys. A Call of Duty 4 remake. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare remake for next-gen systems on Infinity Ward's next Call of Duty game, Infinite Warfare, where yesterday I literally made that video talking about remastered Call of Duty games and kind of my opinions on it and all that stuff. You guys can actually check out the video. There will be an annotation at the end of this video, or you guys can just go to my channel. You can find it right before this video. But just recently there have been 2 leaks kind of showing that there's going to be a Call of Duty 4 remake apparently on Infinity Ward's next Call of Duty game, which will basically be the next Call of Duty game coming up this year. Now, there have been leaks saying that Infinity Ward's next Call of Duty game is going to be called Infinite Warfare. It's not Ghost 2. It's actually going to be called Infinite Warfare. And a lot of people are judging this, saying that it's going to be like space. And I've saw some people comment on videos saying that Infinite would mean it would make sense if it was space, because space is infinite, right? It goes on forever. So it would make sense that it's called Infinite Warfare, which I can kind of see where they got the name. I have to admit, it's actually a really simple name, and I think it's kind of impressive, honestly. But Space Warfare, do we really want a Halo Call of Duty game? Do we want, I mean honestly, I don't know what Infinity Ward's next game is going to be like. It might not even be in space. We don't have enough information, but there have been a couple leaks that's been going around and it seems like a lot of people are going with the Infinite Warfare idea. Now, I don't know if this is for sure, because there is a picture that I saw where it kind of looks fake, right? You see these leaked images and you can tell they look fake sometimes, but this one could be legit, actually. I mean, this could be very, very legit. And above the Infinite Warfare, where you see a guy holding a gun or something like that, I mean, you can't really make out what the front picture is showing its space or anything. You can't really tell from the front cover, but above that, it says it's called the Legacy Edition, I guess. It's called Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Legacy Edition, and with that edition, I guess it comes with Call of Duty 4 Remastered. It literally says Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, which is the very first Modern Warfare game. It's Call of Duty 4, the 4th Call of Duty game ever made. You get it right, and the 9-year anniversary is almost coming up here, actually. Call of Duty 4 was released on November 5th, and November is usually, the beginning of November anyway, is usually when Call of Duty games are released, and it would make sense that that would be Infinity Ward's next Call of Duty game to come out on this upcoming November 5th, and November 5th would be the 9-year anniversary for Call of Duty 4, so it would kind of make sense. But then again, why don't they just wait another year for 10-year anniversary? It would make more sense, because 9's kind of an odd number, right? But I mean, why would you release a Call of Duty 4 remake the next year, where Sledgehammer Games would actually already have their game coming out? I don't know. I just think it would just kind of intertwine. It wouldn't make sense, but it would make sense to do 9 years. I don't know, but I don't think there is official confirm that there is going to be Call of Duty 4 remake. It does seem like it, though. Call of Duty or Activision or Infinity Ward hasn't officially came out and actually said themselves that they are coming out with a Call of Duty 4 remake. They have not came out to the public and say that, but there was this tweet that someone tweeted in 2014 or something. They said something along the lines of, if they were to remaster Call of Duty 4 on the PS4, and I don't know why the guy said PS4, he said he will literally shit his pants. And then Call of Duty, the actual Call of Duty Twitter, replied back to that tweet, and they showed 2 emojis. They replied back with only 2 emojis. The first one was literally the shit emoji, and the second emoji was a pair of pants. And I don't know, this could go either 2 ways. It could either mean that they were joking around with the person, or they're just confirming that, saying, yeah, you're right, dude. But the only problem with that is, well, not really a problem, is that the guy mentioned PS4. He mentioned remastering Call of Duty 4 on the PS4, and if they were to remaster Call of Duty 4 on the PS4, and I mean only on the PS4, it wouldn't even be available on PC or Xbox One, I will actually shit my pants, and I will probably never play Call of Duty ever again, or at least Infinity Ward's Call of Duty game. Well, actually, I don't think they have the right to do that. I think Activision does, but I don't know. If they were to only keep it on PS4, I would seriously be so frustrated, because I do not play on PS4. I play on Xbox One, the X-Bone, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that would be pretty much pissed off. But yeah, we have gotten leaks saying that there's going to be a Call of Duty 4 remastered, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't release it only on PS4. But like I said before, I hope they don't do that. But I'm willing to bet that they're gonna lose a lot of fans if they do that, especially for people who don't play on the PS4. But if this Call of Duty 4 remake is legit, that is awesome, because in my last video when I was talking about Call of Duty 4 remakes, I mentioned that I started playing, well, I think I mentioned this, that I started playing Modern Warfare 3, like that was my first Call of Duty game. Modern Warfare 3 was my very first Call of Duty game, and that's like when I started getting into Call of Duty, right? And since they're going to come out with a Call of Duty 4 remake, that would be so awesome for me to get, because I was never able to experience Call of Duty 4 back in its prime, back when it was the present Call of Duty where everyone was playing it. And Call of Duty 4 is one of the biggest Call of Duty titles out there, because Call of Duty 4 is what started Call of Duty. It's what made Call of Duty what it is today, which a lot of people don't like because of movements and stuff like that. But I mean, seriously, it does. I mean, Call of Duty has evolved from that game, because that's the game where they added kill streaks, weapon varieties, and all that kind of stuff, right? The Call of Duty 4 is like changed Call of Duty forever. That was Call of Duty. That was like Activision and Infinity Ward's peak right there, to where they started becoming more popular than Halo, because Call of Duty used to not be popular than Halo, and when that game came out, it was way more popular than Halo. It was crazy. And for someone who has never played Call of Duty 4 back in its prime, right now getting the remastered would make a great experience for me, and I would be able to like play the game for the first time. That's the great part. And not only for people who have never played Call of Duty 4, I mean, I actually do have Call of Duty 4. I have it for my PlayStation 3, but I never, like I said, I never played it back in its prime. I'm always going up against modders and stuff, because I played the game super late. But I have played Call of Duty 4. I played this campaign, multiplayer, and etc. So I have a little taste of it. But I want the full thing in my stomach, not literally, but like I want to taste all of it. I want to know everything about Call of Duty 4 when they remaster. Of course, they're probably going to change some things like glitches, weapon balancing maybe. I'm not sure if there's any OP weapons in that game. I think it was mostly balanced. But yeah, like I really want to experience that game for the first time. And not only for people who experience the game for the first time have their chance to do it now, it's for people who also can have that nostalgia feel for when they started, like when they first started playing Call of Duty. Maybe their very first Call of Duty was Call of Duty 4, and this would probably be a bigger deal to them than it is to me. And so they would probably definitely get the game, and they'll have a nostalgia feel to be like, man, I remember this is the very first map I played on. I remember I got my first kill right there. I remember this and that, and I remember there being glitches right there. They'll just remember all these things, and they'll just have that amazing nostalgia feel for those long-time Call of Duty fans. And this is just a great idea. I mean, not only is Infinity Ward coming out with a brand new Call of Duty game called Infinite Warfare, which I'm assuming is what's going to be called, because everyone's kind of going with that. They're also going to come out with a Call of Duty 4 remake. Now, there are a lot of questions about this Call of Duty 4 remake we just don't have the answers to. Now, this leak, the picture that we've seen, that picture, like, we don't know if it's legit. Like, we don't know if that picture's legit. But also it said Legacy Edition. Like, it showed Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, but it was the Legacy Edition. Now, does Call of Duty 4, the remake version, only come with the Legacy Edition? If that's so, that is a little bit disappointing, which I could totally see the Activision doing that. I could totally see them coming out with like the special edition of Infinite Warfare, and that would come with the Call of Duty 4 remake. Because if you were to come out with the standard edition for Infinite Warfare, and that wouldn't come with Call of Duty 4, I could definitely see them only coming with the Legacy Edition, which, by the way, I'm probably going to buy the Legacy Edition anyway. I have to have this Call of Duty 4 remake. Like, I have to experience this game for the first time in my life, because it's an older Call of Duty game that I've never, like I said, never experienced, and yeah, I just really want to play it. But yeah, there's a lot of questions we don't know about Call of Duty 4, if this is legit or not. It seems like this is going to be legit, but there's a lot of questions like, is this Call of Duty 4 remake only going to be the campaign? Is it only going to be the multiplayer? Is it going to have multiplayer and the campaign? What are they going to do to change the game? Are they going to add the DLC like they had back in Call of Duty 4? I think Call of Duty 4 only had one map pack. I'm pretty sure I think it only did have one map pack. I can't remember for sure, but are they going to add more new DLC that's never even been in Call of Duty 4 or something like that? I don't know. I mean, like, seriously, like, there's just so many questions about Call of Duty 4 I could ask, and yeah, there's just so many questions to ask that we all have in our heads that just cannot be answered yet. And this is the time of the year, like usually the spring, like late April or like in May or something. Yeah, around that time, like late spring is when we start finding leaks for our next Call of Duty game coming out for this year. And now we're starting to get these leaks, and we're starting to get more information, and I will try to keep updated on my channel for just updated news on Infinite Warfare and Call of Duty 4 Remastered. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a rating for whatever you guys feel this video deserves, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Call of Duty news. I'm not really up to date like T Martin, LEA, and all them, right? I'm not really up to date with this stuff, but I do go over it once in a while, and you guys are more than welcome to find that stuff on my channel, and you're also welcome to see my other videos that I like to post as well. And also I'd like to mention is my Twitter account. I would appreciate if you guys like to follow me on Twitter if you want to, because on Twitter I made that account especially for my YouTube, so that way I can like go over stuff so you guys know updates on my channel without me having to upload a video and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. And what do you guys think of Call of Duty 4 Remake? Let me know in your comments down below. And hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a rating for whatever you guys feel this video deserves. And I shall catch you guys later.